there. That's employment for folks. It's part-time, but it's from about February till August. So we'll have that story and those details in a minute as we kick off this holiday week, right?
I know. I can't believe the week of Thanksgiving's already here. I gotta ask you, do you see any sparkles anywhere? I help my parents decorate for Christmas, and I feel like I can't get them off of me.
Oh, you're good.
Okay.
You're good. Don't worry.
It's one of those things, no matter how many times you shower. It was just so nice.
Yeah. If I see the reflection off the monitor later, I'll let you know, okay?
Sounds good.
It's all right. Christmas spirit, turkey spirit, all those things are happening today, right, Elisa?
Yeah, my weather graphics are loaded up with all of the turkey graphics, the Black Friday graphics,
Traveling
even some
too.
travel, some Christmas decorating.
It's all overlapping. This is the favorite. I love this. Yeah. And
Right.
yesterday, I'm sure a lot of people were out doing whatever they could outside.
Yeah, it was gorgeous out there yesterday, and it's going to be another fantastic day out there today. Then as we head through the rest of the holiday week, things turn a little bit unsettled. So this morning we're starting out pretty warm with those temperatures in the 40s. We've got some mostly clear skies. Things are smooth sailing, southerly winds keeping us warm. It is a south and southeast wind at 10 miles per hour. Temperatures are about 5 to 15 degrees warmer than they were yesterday. It's 41 degrees in Springfield, 41 in Branson, and 43 in Monette. Winds out of the south at about 10 to 15 miles per hour, and we'll keep that steady south wind through the day today. Dry roads all day. We'll have mostly sunny skies, absolutely gorgeous. A-plus weather. We're looking at a temperature at 66 degrees on those south winds, mostly sunny and warm by dismissal. Now we've got some showers and some breezy winds that roll through tomorrow. That system exits, giving us a dry and windy day on Wednesday for any holiday travel. Then it looks like another storm system starts to work its way in through Thursday, lingers through Friday and Saturday, giving us some wet and cold turkey for Thanksgiving. A full look at your holiday forecast coming up in a couple of minutes.
We begin with breaking news this morning. Authorities are looking for a missing Springfield teenager. This is 14-year-old Jordan Smiles, who has been missing since around 9 a.m. November 23rd. She was last seen at her home the night of the 22nd. She was discovered missing the following morning and may be in the company of 17-year-old Christopher Oakes. Jordan suffers from manic depression, bipolar disorder, ADHD, and PTSD. Anyone who sees or knows anything about where Jordan is should call 911 immediately.
Springfield police are also looking for 27-year-old Zachary Schmitz. He's been missing since 11:30 last night as he walked away from his care facility and suffers from schizophrenia, aggressive mood disorder, and is possibly suicidal. Again, anyone that may know where he is should also call 911.
New this morning, in the aftermath of a Fort Smith, Arkansas apartment fire that killed 3 people, investigators could not find a smoke detector.
The incident has brought up discussions concerning landlord-tenant laws, specifically focused on smoke detector elements. Hannah Zettel takes us through some of those today.
Well, that's right. And Arkansas State Senator Greg Leding has sponsored tenant protection bills, including ones involving smoke detector provisions throughout the last decade. He said there's a recently passed law requiring new construction to install detectors, but it doesn't affect landlords whose properties were built before the law went into effect.
In the last several sessions in the legislature, we've tried to pass some meaningful reforms to landlord-tenant law, and part of the thing would include smoke detectors. It would require landlords to provide functioning smoke detectors. The Arkansas Realtors Association has managed to beat back that legislation each time.
Arkansas Realtors Association President Angie Johnson responded, saying officers and other members of the ARA worked for many hours to establish laws that affect both tenants and landlords. She goes on to say a recent rejected draft contains smoke detector provisions that would have protected landlords and tenants. And the next legislative session is in 2021, so any changes in that law would be made in that session.
Zettel reporting this morning. If you're looking for a temporary job next year, the Census Bureau is searching for employees for 2020. It's hosting hiring events each Wednesday for the next 2 weeks. But with overall employment numbers looking good, it's posing a challenge for the census to find new employees nationwide. There are multiple positions open right now, including office administration, actual census takers, and supervisor roles. Besides salary and flexible hours, Jason Ray says a job there can give you a sense of civic duty.
Working on behalf of the government to help make sure that everybody is counted once, only once, and in the right place. In 2010, Missouri lost a seat in the U.S. House of Congress because of the population count that came out of that census, and we know that it was a little bit low, so we might have been able to hold on to that representation in Congress.
Some other details that you'll need to know, though. The job will start next year in February and go until about August. It's also important to note a census taker will only ask you basic things like your name, gender, and relationships to other people living in your home. The census does not ask for your social security number or bank account information or credit card info.
In your political news, mayors and police chiefs of Missouri's 4 largest cities will be in Jefferson City this morning to meet with Governor Mike Parson to discuss how to lower crime. Springfield Mayor Ken McClure and Police Chief Paul Williams and their counterparts in St. Louis, KC, and Columbia will travel to the Missouri Capitol to meet with the governor. Crime and violence will be a main topic, but they're also expected to discuss issues like jobs. Governor Parson will hold a State House press briefing at noon. U.S. Attorney Tim Garrison has noted that St. Louis, Kansas City, and Springfield are 3 of the top 15 most violent cities in the nation.
Also happening tonight, Good Dads will honor 17 men who are graduating from the New Pathways for Good Dads program. This leads men through 6 months of fatherhood development courses. That ceremony will be at Redeemer Lutheran Church. You may know about that program from watching our Courageous Conversation series, Everyone's Child. To see the stories we've done with that, about the influence that church, coaches, and community groups can also have on young boys, go to ozarksfirst.com.
We have a story that scores a 10 for you. Springfield's biggest indoor car, truck, and bike show gave people plenty of holiday gifts to dream about over the weekend. The 6th annual Hot Rod Holiday brought street rods, custom cars, and high-end imports to the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds E-Plex. The show attracted guests from all over, including Rosemary Merritt, who is from Newcastle in Australia. She traveled to Missouri to buy a '57 Chevy.
Flew into LA and picked up our 37 coupe from our friend's place and did 2,000 miles to come and pick the 57 up. Found out that this show was on while our Chevy's getting a seal done in the transmission, so something to fill in a day. Mainly Route 66 if we can, to take a lot of old pictures with the old cars. It's really nice, and you meet lots of people on the travels from all over the world.
No kidding. The show was not just about cars, though. Vendors sold automotive-related gear. Santa even made an appearance.
Community Blood Center of the Ozarks wants to give you an early holiday gift for your donation. You can get a movie pass for giving blood at the donation center on Wednesday. The center says it's best to make an appointment before heading over there. The Springfield Donor Center will be open between 7 and 1 p.m. on that day. If you give, you'll get that movie pass from Fandango. They're offering this as an incentive because blood donations tend to drop during this holiday season.
Still ahead for you on Daybreak, Louis Vuitton working on a deal to buy out Tiffany's.
And we got to see if Frozen 2 lives up to the hype. That's in your Money Watch. Stay with us.
From Color 10 Ozarks First, Lauren Barnes, Joe Morano, and weather with meteorologist Elisa Raffa. This is Color 10 News Daybreak. Now weather with meteorologist Elisa Rafa.
Good morning and thanks for joining us on this Monday. We've got a pleasant start out there this morning. Temperatures not terribly cold, dry conditions, clear skies and southerly winds. It's 41 degrees in Springfield on south and southeast winds at 10 miles per hour. Temperatures are about 5 to 15 degrees warmer than they were yesterday. We're starting out with some 40s. It's 41 in Springfield, a pair of 4s in Monette, 46 degrees in Camden, and another pair of 4s up in Fort Leonard Wood. Southerly winds are helping us keep these temperatures afloat, and they'll keep our temperatures pretty warm as we head through the day today. We'll kick southerly winds across the Ozarks through the afternoon, and that will push temperatures much above average. Very similar to yesterday, we're looking at temperatures in the low to middle 60s with lots of sunshine. Should be a really gorgeous afternoon. As we head towards Tuesday, though, we'll start to get some of this unsettled weather. Is going to start to really push into the northwest Pacific here as we head through the day today, and then develop a storm system that will be pretty windy as we head through Tuesday and Wednesday. So that will really bring some changes to the forecast as we head through the next 24 hours. So as we head through the day today, again, gorgeous. Futurecast is quiet, lots of sunshine, temperatures warm in the low to middle 60s. Overnight, we start to increase those clouds because we'll actually have a cold, warm front roll up to the north. That will pop a couple of showers, and then we'll have that storm developing to the west. So we'll see a couple of more showers as we head through Tuesday afternoon, with maybe a little bit of a lull in the afternoon. Notice temperatures still very warm. We'll have breezy south winds, gusts up to 30 or more miles per hour, and that will push those temperatures into the 60s. We will have a line of some showers and storms roll through at least the eastern Ozarks by Tuesday night. As the front comes through, we dry out on Wednesday, but the winds stay gusty. So again, the winds today will be light. As we start that time clock at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, you can see the winds start to pick up through the day out of the south, gusting to 30 to 35 miles per hour, and we're going to keep those gusts through Wednesday. Then we're looking at a couple of holiday headaches after that. Once that storm clears to the east for Wednesday, we're looking at dry conditions regionally for some travel here on Wednesday. But then by Thursday, we start to pull in more moisture ahead of our next big storm. So we're looking at a widespread rain for Thanksgiving. This storm, pretty slow and tightly wound. We're looking at lots of showers and wind with this as we head through Friday and then into Saturday. It doesn't really pass until later on Saturday. We start to dry out for the return travel on Sunday, but we'll keep the gusty winds. So again, we're looking at a little bit of an unsettled pattern through the Thanksgiving weekend. We're sunny but windy on Wednesday. We could be looking at some gusts 30 to 35 or 40 miles per hour. So wind might cause some issues. If you're driving on the road, you might feel it. Then wet turkey on Thursday, that cold rain, maybe a few snow flurries to the north will keep these temperatures flirting with freezing, especially on the overnight. Then that next big storm brings those windswept showers on Friday and Saturday. Temperatures a little bit warmer there since we'll have strong southerly winds. And then for the return travel on Sunday, the system exits will be dry, but will wrap around those gusty winds again. Temperatures will be cold in the 40s with those north and west wind gusts. 66 degrees today. We're looking at sunshine, mostly sunny, warm and gorgeous out there today. Increasing clouds tonight with some sunrise showers by tomorrow morning, 45 degrees. 68 tomorrow. We'll keep some mostly cloudy skies, some showers possible, and those winds pick up out of the south with gusts to 30 miles per hour. A look at Thanksgiving, some wet and cold turkey, 42 degrees with some scattered showers and some clouds around as we head through the Thanksgiving holiday. Again, the good part is we're looking at maybe just wind as a hazard on Wednesday. Should be dry, temperatures chilly, wet turkey on Thursday. Then that system lingers through Friday and Saturday, and it will be a windswept one, so gusty winds could be an issue. Notice the temperatures warm into the 50s on Friday, into the 60s on Saturday. We dry out on Sunday, but we keep gusty winds.
Wall Street futures are indicating a higher open after a rally on Friday. The Dow jumped 109 points, the Nasdaq gained 13, and the S&P 500 rose 6. The S&P 500 is up more than 9% over the last 3 months. The owner of Louis Vuitton is buying a little blue box. Luxury goods maker LVMH says it has inked a deal to buy Tiffany for $16.2 billion. The deal values the iconic luxury jewelry retailer at $135 a share. It's a premium to its closing price Friday when Tiffany ended above $125 a share. The boards of both companies have to approve the deal, and LVMH is aiming to close the acquisition by 2020, contingent upon regulatory approval. And Walt Disney's Frozen 2 turned up the heat this weekend, taking in more than $125 million in U.S. ticket sales in its debut. That's according to studio estimates. It also became the highest grossing debut for an animated film globally, with more than $350 million worth of ticket sales, beating the previous record of $242 million set by Incredibles 2. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Diane King Hall.
My cousins will be watching that on repeat. I already know.
Guess we all have to after that debut.
Well,
Yeah.
Get it, Elsa. All right, we got sports up next. MSU soccer tries to extend its season.
And men's hoops tries to end its South Carolina run on a good note. We'll take you back to Charleston when we come back.
Including last week's campus game against Xavier, the Missouri State Bears face 4 good teams in the Charleston Classic. So far, all of the Bears' opponents have made the tournament within the past 3 seasons. And in our Bear Nation report, the 5th place game against a Buffalo team coming off an NCAA tournament appearance. The Bears and Bulls doing the tango to cap the weekend. Middle of the first half, Lamont West steps into a 3-pointer, and it finds the bottom of the cup. That would get the Bears the lead. We go to the second half. Missouri State up 32-31. Tyreek Dixon gets the steal up to a streaking West, who dunks at home. 11 points for him. Again, Missouri State taking the lead. Both teams go on runs throughout the entire game. Bulls up 9 here. Dixon, as the shot clock expires from deep, and he gets it to drop 8 points his way. 1-point game, 4 to play. Keandre Cook in the corner. The step back is deadly, and he gets another there. 17 points, 5th straight game, scoring double digits. Bears in front. Back down 1 now. Next trip down the floor, Gage Prim with a pump fake. 1 dribble dish to Tulio Da Silva, who slams it in. He had 15. 1:30 to play again. MSU down 1, and again it's Prim making the plays. He gets to the basket and gets it to go. 21 off the bench for him. Again, the game is tight. Bears up 1 with under 10 to go. And there's a foul called on West. Dana Ford can't believe it. Johnson makes them both. Final shot for the Bears is off the mark. Buffalo wins 5th place 75-74. The Soccer Bears taking on 9-seeded UCF, both trying to get to the round of 16 for the first time. MSU strikes first. They keep doing too much, and it costs them. He loses control of the ball. It goes right to Adna Ginkling-Bruseth. The sophomore strikes it, finds the back of the net. Bears up in the first 5 minutes. Too late in the 27th minute, Gino Vivi fires it in the box. Yoni Sorokin gets the head on it, and the equalizer's on the board. We're square at halftime. 80th minute, Knights on the attack. Luis Perez takes a shot. Michael Creek brushes it away with the glove. Then in the 88th minute, the Bears getting a last chance. Jack Denton with a great touch and the shot, but Yannick Ertl saves it, and we go to overtime. Second straight and 6th overall for Missouri State. This one didn't go as well. Ertl with a great boot down the field. Then Vivi finds Cal Jennings, and that's the winner. The Bears lose for the first time this season, 2-1 in overtime. That is a look at your Monday morning sports.
Good run, tough to see it come to a close for Missouri State soccer. Basketball, they'll be all right. They'll be good in those late game situations later.
Doing really well so far.
Very well, and then they got the holiday tournament done, so now a little time to enjoy that Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah, the forecast is like, it's got its ups and downs as we head through the week, so lots to track. But this morning we're pretty quiet. We've got some clear skies and temperatures not that cold. It's 41 degrees on some southerly winds at 10 miles per hour. Temperatures are about 5 to 15 degrees warmer than they were yesterday. It's 45 degrees at Lake of the Ozarks, 45 in Branson, and 39 in Mountain Grove. Winds out of the south at 5 to 15 miles per hour, and those southerly winds help us warm up real nice today. As you head out the door, we're looking at a really gorgeous day, mostly sunny and warm, just like yesterday, with those temperatures in the middle 60s as we head through the afternoon. So futurecast, again, quiet today, some low to middle 60s, and just a really nice day out there today. We increase clouds tonight. A warm front rolls through with a couple of showers, and we keep those showers possible through tomorrow at mostly cloudy skies. Breezy south winds start to pick up. Temperatures still in the middle 60s. The front actually comes through late on the evening hours, and we could have a couple of storms in the eastern Ozarks as that front moves to the east pretty quickly. Again, that's tomorrow night. Again, winds today won't be terrible, but starting that time clock at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, you can see the winds pick up through the day. We'll have gusty winds up to 35 miles per hour. Now, this storm clears by Wednesday, so we're looking at dry travel, but it will be windy. Wind might be an issue on the roads, maybe for some smaller aircrafts. A gust up to 35 miles per hour or greater. 47 degrees will be chilly on the backside of that system. Again, regionally, we're dry. If you're driving to St. Louis on Wednesday or Tulsa, trying to catch flights out of there, dry, just a little bit breezy. Now, that storm system clears the Ozarks on Wednesday, but does head to the east. So if you're trying to fly towards the East Coast, you might run into some weather delays there with some of those showers hanging out. But again, we'll have some dry conditions regionally if you're doing some driving.
Up next, a billionaire businessman has entered into the presidential race.
And now he's taking on him to rebuild the country and restore faith.
We'll explain what the former mayor of New York is promising to do if elected, and President Trump also weighs in. Stay with us. Welcome back, everyone. There was speculation last week, but now it's official. The Democratic pool of presidential candidates has grown again as former New York City Mayor Mike Bloomberg has announced he's running. Now it's less than 3 months before voters begin choosing candidates in some states, though. Laura Podesta breaks down his candidacy and reactions to it.
Now he's taking on him to rebuild the country and restore faith.
Billionaire Michael Bloomberg is officially running for president. He launched his campaign with this minute-long ad, part of a $34 million media push. Democratic leadership says it welcomes any candidate who has a good shot at retaking the White House.
Mike Bloomberg's been a leading voice on guns, on immigration, and we have to beat Donald Trump. And so I've said in the past, and I'll say it again, let 1,000 flowers bloom.
Though fellow candidates have been quick to knock Bloomberg's status as one of the world's 10 wealthiest individuals.
The election should not be for sale. Not to billionaires, not to corporate executives. We need to build a grassroots movement.
Earlier this month, President Trump dismissed a Bloomberg candidacy.
Little Michael will fail. He'll spend a lot of money. He's got some really big issues.
Bloomberg has faced accusations of sexist comments about women. And last week, at a predominantly African-American church in Brooklyn, he apologized for his support as New York mayor of the city's controversial stop and frisk policy. Critics say it targeted Black and Hispanic men.
I want you to know that I realized back then I was wrong, and I'm sorry.
The Bloomberg campaign says it won't take any donations and that he will work for $1 a year if elected. Laura Podesta, CBS News, New York.
Bloomberg's campaign says it understands that based on that pledge not to accept donations, he won't be able to qualify for debates. But a spokesperson says if the DNC changes the rules and Bloomberg is eligible, he would appear. Still ahead for you, people in Arkansas still have a lot of storm damage to pick up after last month's tornadoes.
Plus, more than 3 years in the making, a pair of sisters has a place to call home in Missouri.
Good morning. My name is Zoe. I go to Bingham Elementary School. Today is November 25th, and the lunch menu is fish sandwiches, chicken tenders, French fries, fresh tomato wedges, and mandarin oranges. Bye!
Welcome back to Daybreak. It's Monday, November 25th. I'm Lauren Barnes.
I'm Joe Moreno. We're here to take you through the week, but I know a lot of you at home are really only getting after it for a couple of days, right?
Yeah, hopefully you have a few days off this week. Elisa, everyone I know is so interested in the weather because travel days will be here, you know, for some people could even be traveling now, but I think Wednesday, Tuesday, really popular days.
Yeah, Tuesday, tomorrow we'll have some showers and wind. Wednesday, dry, just some wind, and then maybe some wet turkey for Thanksgiving. So the forecast kind of goes up and down through the holiday week.
As people are doing work in school, though, behind you, it's looking a little foggy this morning.
Yeah, down at the landing in Branson, those localized areas, right, the time of year where we just get the cooling temperatures near our lakes. So it looks like we've got a little bit of low visibility down at the landing in Branson. It's 45 degrees with some calm winds. Elsewhere, we're doing okay as far as fog goes. A 5 to 10 degree temperature change from yesterday. We're running warmer out there. It's 41 degrees in Springfield, 44 in Monette, and 45 in Branson. Winds out of the south at 5 to 15 miles per hour. So dry roads as we head through the afternoon. We'll have lots of sunshine. It's going to be a gorgeous day out there today. Grade of an A+ by dismissal, kids, 66 degrees. Mostly sunny, warm, and just gorgeous out there. Then we're tracking system number 1 with some showers and wind tomorrow. It clears where we're dry by Wednesday, just left with gusty winds. Then another system takes its time and lingers through a lot of the holiday weekend. We've got to talk about wet turkey for Thanksgiving. Your full forecast is up in 10 minutes.
We have some news around the region for you this half hour. Missouri's Attorney General Eric Schmidt will be talking about the state's opioid crisis at a roundtable in St. Louis today. He'll share recent developments about the lawsuit against drug makers he's been involved with, and we'll talk about his effort to gather stories from Missourians affected by opioids. People who work in recovery, drug prevention, and even families who have been impacted by the opioid crisis will attend today's event.
Cleanup efforts continue in Rogers, Arkansas, as volunteers are helping local residents impacted from last month's tornadoes. 2 of them ripped through Benton County, causing major damage to homes. Rogers resident John Wildenvorg is having to rebuild his home from the ground up after 10 trees crushed it. He started the reconstruction phase of his home, but says it will be months before it's ready.
Then they're going to be demolishing the rest of the house inside, taking out the subfloors and everything. And then they'll put in a new floor, and drywallers will come in, and electrician will come in.
The Arkansas Southern Baptist Disaster Relief Crews have assisted in more than 121 chainsaw jobs, helping homeowners cut down large trees and remove debris from their property.
More than 20 children in the Kansas City area celebrated adoption this weekend, as it was National Adoption Day yesterday. And there was one family thankful for a double blessing after waiting more than 1,000 days. 2 sisters, Layla and Lily, were placed with the Leesburg family in Olathe. Saturday in court, the family signed papers to make them official members of their family. It took a while, but the family said the adoption journey has been worth it.
One day we were asked to babysit, and they've never left our house. So it's been almost 3 years of a lot of heartache. We love them so much, and they are happy, and they're just sweet little angels that were given to us. So that's what we tell them, that God gave them to us.
And those 2 girls now get 4 older brothers, ranging in age from 18 to 24. Good to have protection.
Some other good news, kids in Missouri are getting behind the wheel of some new rides, even though they don't yet have a license. We're getting to the good part. Robotics students at the Barstow School, a prep school in Kansas City, modified toy cars for kids with special needs. The teens stripped the inside of the basic toy cars, then they outfitted them with joysticks and buttons, all customized for any kid to use. Kendra Gagnon is the director for Go Baby Go, which is part of the Cerebral Palsy Foundation. She explained why cars like this are so important.
You know, our world is not constructed for people with different abilities. And so what our program does is it's not about special things for special kids. It's about creating a world together that works for everyone.
It's hard to even put into words, but it's really amazing to have him have his own car and be able to drive around.
You also just heard from Neely Gay. Her 2.5-year-old son, Everett, received one of these customized cars. The students who built them say they're happy to be making an impact.
All right, you may already be planning your Black Friday shopping for this upcoming holiday weekend. We've got some numbers, though, from the National Retail Federation about the season, as researchers say the biggest thing people are looking for is gift cards. Hot toys, though, this year are Barbie, American Girl dolls, Legos, and anything Paw Patrol, all classics. Research also shows the average person spends about $1,000 holiday shopping.
Oof. credit cards, right? About to go up. We've got some dry roads out there this morning. Smooth sailing on your way to work and school. Temperatures not that cold. It is 41 degrees in Springfield right now. A gorgeous day today. Then we're tracking multiple storms through the holiday weekend. Your full forecast is next.
And now, Forecast First on Color 10 News, Ozarks First.
Good morning and thanks for joining us. We've got a not bad start out there this morning. It's 41 degrees, so not that cold. We've got some clear skies and some southerly winds at 10 miles per hour. Again, some smooth sailing as you head out, and temperatures trending warm. It's about 5 to 15 degrees warmer out there now than it was this time yesterday. It's 45 degrees in Monette, to pair 4s in Fort Leonard, 46 degrees in Camdenton, and 41 to start in Springfield. Winds are out of the south at about 5 to 15 miles per hour, and those southerly winds are going to keep us really warm and gorgeous out there today. Very similar to yesterday with those temperatures back in the low to middle 60s. Then we've got a little bit of an unsettled pattern that's really going to start to develop later on today and into tonight. We'll have some energy start to come together for our next storm, and that rolls through Tuesday, and we keep the gusty winds from this through Wednesday. So we're looking at some showers and gusty winds out of this again through the day tomorrow. So hour by hour, gorgeous today, really quiet, just a couple of clouds, temperatures warm in the middle 60s, 66 degrees for that high in Springfield. We increase the clouds overnight tonight. A warm front lifts north, and we pop a couple of showers by tomorrow morning. Temperatures in the middle 40s. We keep a couple of showers possible tomorrow afternoon. We'll probably have a lull in the showers as some drier air works in behind a front. We'll have temperatures in the middle and upper 60s, so still staying warm on still breezy south winds. And then the front actually rolls through mainly to the eastern Ozarks with a line of some showers and storms possible late in the evening going into Wednesday. Notice the wind forecast. Starting at 7 a.m. Tuesday, we'll start to see these gusts pick up out of the south, some gusts up to 35 miles per hour possible tomorrow, and then we keep the gusty winds on Wednesday. Looking at Wednesday, that storm clears to the east, right? So we're dry regionally across the Ozarks, and then even if you're driving towards St. Louis or Kansas City, Tulsa, right? We keep things regionally dry, just windy and chilly. Gusty winds might be an issue on highways, maybe for some small aircrafts. Then we're looking at another storm system rolling in from the south Thursday. Widespread cold rain for Thanksgiving. Another big potent storm rolls through by Friday. It's pretty slow. It will keep gusty winds and showers in in the area on Friday, and then through probably early Saturday before that clears to the east. And then we're looking at some dry and windy conditions on Sunday. So a couple of holiday headaches ahead with multiple storms that we're tracking. We're looking at sunny conditions, dry, but gusty winds on Wednesday. Gusts maybe up to 40 miles per hour or more. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. Again, maybe some hazards on the highway. Wet turkey for Thanksgiving, a cold rain, maybe cold enough for some snow flurries to the north. Then we're looking at the next big storm bringing more windswept showers Friday into Saturday. Temperatures warm into the 50s and 60s there because of the breezy south winds. Then the return travel on Sunday looks dry, just way colder in the 40s, and we'll probably keep gusty winds there as well out of the north and west. 66 today, mostly sunny, warm and gorgeous. Going to be a really nice day out there today. 45 overnight. We increase the clouds, couple of showers by sunrise. Some showers possible tomorrow. We'll have those breezy, gusty winds out of the south, gusts up to 30 miles per hour. Then we'll again have that dry day on Wednesday. Then by Thanksgiving, the next storm system rolls through. Some wet turkey, chilly too, 42 degrees with scattered showers for Thanksgiving. Then we're looking at that system, the bigger part of that system, again, rolling through by Friday and Saturday. We'll have gusty winds with that, so temperatures warm up to the 60s by Saturday and then crash back down on Sunday. We keep gusty winds just out of the north and west, so temperatures turn chilly.
Still ahead, weather conditions may also impact the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade in New York.
And a new bill signed in California allows veterans to adopt shelter animals for free. Welcome back. Weather could stop the iconic balloons from appearing in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Officials in New York say windy conditions are expected this week. City rules say the balloons cannot fly in sustained winds that exceed 23 miles per hour. Wind gusts over 34 miles per hour would also sideline the balloons. Right now, the forecast for sustained winds do not exceed the regulations, but the gust could. The regulations were put in place in 1997 when the Cat in the Hat got out of control, injuring 4 people after being overtaken by strong winds.
The increase in electric truck production is picking up as GM says it'll have an electric pickup truck ready for market by the fall of 2021. That announcement was made during an investor meeting Thursday, but that same day, Tesla also revealed its electric truck. GM plans to bring 20 types of electric vehicles out by 2023 and build thousands of charging stations across the country as well. Ford also says it is developing an electric pickup truck as well.
Military veterans in California will soon be able to adopt shelter animals like these cute faces for free. California Governor Gavin Newsom signed a bill recently which calls on the shelters to waive pet adoption fees for military vets. It goes into effect on January 1st. California is home to 2 million veterans, many who struggle with PTSD.
What better way to, new way to honor our veterans by, giving them the opportunity to have a friend, to have an animal, to be there for them, comfort them, support them.
You probably know this from our pet connections, but adopted animals are up on their vaccines, spayed and neutered and treated for fleas and worms. Veterans will be responsible for a small licensing fee, but other than that, the adoptions won't cost them anything.
Your entertainment news is ahead. Kanye West, now a composer.
Plus, everyone's talking about Frozen 2. We'll tell you just how well it did in theaters.